This is Dr. Blair Reich coming again. We're here at Steemit, where my handle is @aggro. I just put up this blog, which is stillnothill. So I'm here again with the radical notion that this blue-eyed woman in her late 60s with multiple moles around the corner of her mouth and deep wrinkles is not the same as this smooth-skinned, hazel-eyed, 50-year-old woman with different hair and different parts and, different creases and wrinkles and a different shaped nose, and just about everything about her is different. But this is a woman that they keep putting out there now, so I just want to dispel the myth for anybody that she's actually the real Secretary Clinton. So just a quick recap. I'm not going to include all the links here. You can look at some of the previous posts I've done on this. But September 11th, Secretary Clinton collapsed. She was taken to Chelsea's apartment in the city. And in case you haven't heard by now, that also happens to be the exact same building and exact same floor as a state-licensed home medical facility. It's technically no longer in operation, but presumably that's where Chelsea has an apartment is actually this home medical facility. Okay, so, and part of that is because it's known that she's had allergies, dehydration, and pneumonia. Those things are like publicly outed and admitted to. There are other issues that include a fall in 2012, and actually I saw WikiLeaks put out and saying, look, that wasn't just a fall. She was in a top secret helicopter crash in the Middle East where she ended up bleeding profusely and a couple Navy SEALs lost their lives. So that was not just like she fell down the stairs moment. That was like she was in crossfire in the middle of the Middle East. Okay, so anyways, the secretary is admitted to pneumonia, but others have mentioned that she appears to suffer from dementia, seizures, lesions, and Parkinson's, in addition to her pneumonia. And so it could be that she has multiple illnesses all at the same time, but another thing that would actually account for all of those symptoms at the same time is tertiary syphilis or late stage syphilis. Similarly, I think you could get there with brain cancer. There's some kind of neurological problem that this woman had, and I say had because, it's not the same woman as this. I don't know where she is right now. Maybe she's dead. I've seen 4 news reports now that say she's dead, but that doesn't necessarily mean she is because 3 of them were retracted. Okay, so several hours later, Clinton emerged from Chelsea's apartment, but she looked lighter by 50 pounds. She looked younger and had a variety of other discrepancies. The biggest of those discrepancies is the fact that her palms don't match at all. So I have a video for this. I didn't put it together. My skills are just paint, but somebody with some real Photoshop skills put this together. This crease is missing there, and there's this like horizontal crease that's not there. And then there's other ones that are not quite as pronounced, but this palm print and this palm print are not the same. So I'm going to make that wild statement that these 2 women are 2 different women. Some people think that I'm lying and should go do something much better with my time. But these 2 people are not the same. And you can see that, like, if you don't trust the fact that the palm prints are different, I don't know what I could possibly do to convince you otherwise. So, if after seeing this, you're still not convinced, please don't post on the comments or give me nasty words or something. There's just no excuse for why these 2 things would be different. It's the same damn hand on, I think that's even the same damn day. So if you're still not there, it's not my fault. You got other issues to work through. So anyways, I'm now calling this woman Double One. So when Double One leaves Chelsea's apartment, the campaign reports that Clinton is in Chappaqua, New York, and she's there to rest. I mean, I don't even know where she goes because I don't actually see her like driving anywhere. She just kind of leaves the range of where the reporters are. They don't swarm her or anything. They just give her lots of room, and she just kind of walks by them, and away she goes. And then suddenly we see her on. She heads down back on the campaign trail. So, where she actually reemerges is in Greensboro, North Carolina, and now she looks like a third person. She looks like a different person. So I'm calling that person the second body double, or Double 2. She also looks younger, thinner. She has hazel eyes instead of blue. She lacks some of the pronounced details of her face, including, I think Clinton has those 3 moles that are there. She has some like spots up on the top of her head, either freckles or aging spots or something that are kind of up here. And the other double misses all those too. So not only is she using a double, but it looks like the double is doing some green screen appearances. So I try not to think of myself as some like totally out there conspiracy theorist, but when I see this, that's shocking to me. One of the main points that, I didn't even think about it, but this is part of why I don't believe this thing is that if you can see through her, why can you see this perfectly aligned background? How come the screen, if this is just like some kind of upload glitch or something, how the heck does the camcorder or whatever is recording this know that right behind her is a thick black red line and then the white stripes too? There's just no reason unless it was constructed of 2 layers and it's reading one layer correctly and not reading the other. One person posted on a blog that it might be because of 1080i and 1080p syncing problems when you put 2 different film types or 2 different, when they filmed it in 2 different modes, that it didn't align well, and as a consequence you can see that coming out as they're playing it back. But that's a still from this thing. You can see that this is at 2051. You don't need to do anything special, just hit this, get to 2051, and you can see it. And actually, where's the hand? I guess my hand video is further down, but I included that too. This is another conference that she gave, and we're not really going to listen to this, but straight nose is here. I don't really see the moles. Maybe there's a tiny little thing, but hers is pretty pronounced when it's actually there. People could go take a look at the ear and kind of put those next to each other. They do kind of look somewhat similar, but it's missing some of the features. I call it the toothiness of the ear. This doesn't look like quite as much of a tooth, but you can see that you get a good look at this thing. And then her eye color is wrong, and she's on a plane, and the plane light's always kind of weird. I was wondering if this thing was green screen, because it does kind of look like there's this funky background, but in a different take of this, you can see the shadows along the wall for the person that's holding the cameras there. So I initially worried about it, and then I just said, okay, this thing is real. She looks tired, but she's still not looking like she's 68. She has some bags under her eyes. She looks kind of zombie-like. Maybe she didn't get some sleep. But this does not look like the Hillary Clinton that we saw in August or, say, September 10th. Now, this woman is still the same woman as this. So this, I actually don't know when this was taken, but she was giving this, they call it a drunk interview, but this is on a plane, either the next day or at some other time. It's at 10:17 is what they're saying, is she gives this talk. And I'm not going to go over all of this. And again, I don't want to look at every single part here, but at 11, 12 or 11:15, we can start seeing some really wonky things with her hand. So as she kind of goes over her own body, like you can see just that the screen is not capturing, or the camera can't capture her hands. So something looks pretty wonky to me, that you're getting all these blocking pieces. Her hands work just fine everywhere else, but as soon as it's in front of her green dress, like, look at this. That doesn't look like a hand. It just, pieces of this don't make a lot of sense to me. And maybe some of the videographers that are out there will look at this and say, oh yeah, that's caused, I'm thinking it's caused by a green screen on the front and the back. The other weird one, I think it's at the 4:15 mark. So like this, yeah. Okay, we'll go here. So look back here. If you look back here while this thing is going, some weird things start showing up. There's something or someone, I don't know, but then parts of this, they seem to go like invisible or moving. When I zoom in on this, it doesn't just look like normal people back there. It looks like something might have been edited out. It looks kind of like there's a predator moving back here. And I don't believe that there's invisible people. I don't think that's a person just standing there the whole time. but there's something weird going on back here, and I see it. The first time that I really saw it was at that 4 minutes and 15 seconds. So I don't know what it is, but maybe again some of the videographers can kind of look at that and give some feedback. Here's another one. This video looks like it's a combination of live and not live. It looks like maybe there was some video editing done afterwards. In part because for some of the ones that are video edited, I can't find really high resolution images that come out of it. Like, it's really hard to get close-ups of her that aren't just totally distorted. And then another weird thing that's happening in this is that when people are clapping, and I don't know where people are clapping in this, but when people start clapping, like, the hands just look really, really wonky again. Like, the entire audience, when there's any kind of movement, you start seeing, that it's not working, or it doesn't seem right. Again, like we've seen in some of the other ones, that there's laugh tracks. So the laugh tracks all seem kind of screwy. I haven't gone through this one. It's 34 minutes and I'm kind of Clintoned out at this point. So somebody else is going to have to go look through this video, but this to me still looks like Hillary Clinton double two. I mean, there you can see that she's got her hazel eyes. Those are not the bright piercing blue eyes that, the Secretary Clinton had in August and earlier parts of September. There's two versions that are out here, so I posted both of them. Thought that might be helpful. So my main point is that a double's being used. There was one double on September 11th that was there for a day and they're gone, and the palms don't match. That is absolutely, without a doubt, a double. And then the second one is this double, and this double is still wandering around, and she's going out there claiming to be Hillary. So here, like I said, I actually do include the video, but you can see how he kind of constructs this with the hands and does this in Photoshop. And this guy's name was I Spy, and he did a really nice job of that. So here's the screenshot of that Hillary Clinton rally that was happening at Temple. So that kind of looks real to me, but maybe there's some problems. Other people have noticed that people are in the wrong spots. This is that hazel-eyed Hillary. Those aren't bright piercing blue, though they kind of look a little, but that's a hazel color. And I was trying to get some teeth shots just to go show how straight her teeth are. She had like beautiful dental work done at some point. And again, there's her teeth. And then here's the former Secretary Clinton, or the one in August. You can just see that the teeth they're not beautiful bracered teeth. I mean, this one has some yellow stains, and they kind of meet in the middle a little bit. I can't see below to see where this tooth line goes, but those are some of the things that, like, the dental hygienists and the dentists that watch these keep looking out for, above and beyond the eye color being totally different, the age and the wrinkles and all of that being different. And again, you can see from pretty far away, it kind of looks like there's three. It looks like there's one, it looks like there's two, and then a third little mole right there. And so piercing blue eyes, and then the moles down there. Now this one confused the hell out of me. I'm betting that if I go back and look through all kinds of photos that I'll find this thing somewhere else. Or maybe this is a photoshopped image. This was allegedly from the rally, but she's got blue eyes in this. So I'm wondering if she wore this outfit some other time, or when she was a little bit younger. This one is just kind of confusing to me, because most everything, but I've seen that a couple times where it looks like the media outlets are putting out images of the former Hillary, like the Hillary Secretary Clinton, as opposed to double two, but they're doing it at events that are for double two. So like an event will end and it will show an image that was, before that event took place, and it shows the other Hillary. So like here, this is who I'm sort of expecting here. You can see 1, 2, maybe there's a third one too. But those very, very bright blue eyes, sometimes they're lighter blue, but these two women don't look anything. I mean, they kind of look alike, but I would not, if I was standing next to these two people, I might think, oh, this is your aunt, or, that's your niece or something. And these two, we've already shown the work that these are not the same person, which helps make it easier. Like if they've already used one double, what's it to use another one double? It just should be pretty simple. but here that is enlarged, the blue eyes, the hazel eyes. You can see a little bit of the ear here. This ear literally just looks larger to me. Some of the teeth work is different. Here's the mole. She kind of has one here, but it looks like it's a prosthetic or something that's just like planted on, or who knows what. But they look different. Here's a sloping nose. That sloping nose is the same sloping nose as it is here. The eyebrows look the exact same. I mean, I know that could be different. The ear looks kind of similar. I can't tell much there, but those two women look the same to me. And I look at this person and then I look at that person. I'm like, there's no way. I mean, I think this was taken in August. There is no way those two people are the same people. Here's a nice teeth shot. You can kind of see the way that it's going to line up. She has, I can't tell if this is in the way or if it puts right down, but that's something to look out for. And again, the bright blue eyes and some of these photos I have below are, you know, a similar kind of expression where she's really got her eyes open, either excited or, you know, she's about to go drop one of her big lines against Donald Trump. And when her eyebrows raise, you should see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe lines of wrinkles, and we'll see how many we actually see. So there she is again, the blue eyes, the kind of corner lips right there. You see a little bit of like, I'm thinking of it these days as like spider legs coming out, and we'll see what that looks like later. But, you know, you don't see any of that corner in the smile here. Like this person doesn't, like at this point, she doesn't even look like Hillary to me. You know, look at those hazel eyes. She looks super young. Her nose is not Hillary's nose, and you can barely see, like maybe there's a little mole there, but it keeps disappearing. And so I have kind of like a mirror image here that hopefully should help people recognize whether or not that's the same woman. At this point, I don't know what to say to the people that think it still is her. Here's her with her eyebrows up, delivering her epic taunt. And I count 0 wrinkle lines. So maybe while she was down with pneumonia, that was possibly some like tertiary syphilis or brain problem, they also gave her Botox, which is a poison, and gave her a facelift, which is a heavy surgery. But for some reason, I doubt that. And even if they did, 4 days isn't like normally enough time to go recover from things like that. That's the kind of thing you do before the campaign starts, not like 50 days from when you're going to do this while you just collapsed from some kind of illness. I think I was showing some of the smile. You can see like there's a little bit of this, but it doesn't really go super far back. She just looks young. She looks young. You know, she's a handsome woman. She seemed like a perfectly nice fellow to go impersonate the secretary, but that is not her. Again, those eyebrows raised quite high and no wrinkles. None. I mean, I don't know how you get that kind of movie effect magic. And it doesn't even make any sense to me that they do it. The nose doesn't look the same to me. The teeth look different. I mean, she has this kind of nice normal, or like not normal, but like it looks like she's had bracers, and here she doesn't. Here's another one where you can see the teeth, just these teeth and these teeth are not the same. And where's her mole? And where's the mole that's on the bottom? Like, how come it's prominent here, but it's not down there? There's just a lot of problems with this. So here's a close-up of her face. There's no mole on this. Her eyes are the wrong color. You know, she gets some of these wrinkles, but they're barely there. Her neck creases are barely there. But this is what she's supposed to look like, and that's not what she looks like at all in any of those other pictures. So I thought you guys might want to see that. I'm putting in the hashtag of stillnotjill, and you know, I don't know what happened to the real Secretary Clinton. She hasn't reemerged yet, and I'm not making any statements about that, but these two women are not the same.